In the age of gym and weightlifting, we often forget one of the easiest and incredibly beneficial form of physical activity, something that we used to love as kids. Wondering what are we referring to? Well, we are talking about running. Did you know running is one of the most popular sports practiced worldwide? Well, more than 50 million Americans participated in running and jogging in 2021, whereas running has been termed the most popular sports in Mexico and Italy in 2024. Running, an activity that is easily accessible with several benefits, yet widely ignored. Whether you decide to stick with your outdoor run, especially when the weather is favorable, or even if you are looking to carry out this activity on your treadmill, studies show that long-term running improves longevity of life. How? By lowering your blood pressure along with your cholesterol levels and boosting your resting heart rate. But hey, there's more. Have you ever wondered what changes will happen to your body if you start running every day? For those who really want to deep dive into the health technicalities, here's why running for 30 minutes every day really is one of the best forms of exercise. Watch this video till the end, and find out. Let's go. The first few minutes. The first few minutes are the hardest because early fatigue is quite common. Why does this happen? Well, it's because of the fact that your body uses adenosine triphosphate, or ADP, energy molecules to power itself forward, which it gains from the food you've eaten. So your beloved body actually keeps small supplies of it, and as a result, it starts to search for extra supplies. And do you know from where do they get them? It is by breaking down glycogen from your muscles and blood for more energy, using anaerobic glycolysis. So, during those first few minutes, you begin to engage various muscles around your body, particularly around your core, glutes and legs. 5 to 10 minutes in. Now comes the later part. Did you know that running requires a great amount of energy as compared to other sports? As you run, your heart begins to beat faster and the blood moves around at a quicker pace. Eventually, your body temperature increases as your sweat glands kick in to keep you cool. After a few minutes, your body will switch to aerobic glycolysis. This in other words mean that you begin to use more oxygen in order to convert fat and glycogen into energy. Your body could need up to 15 times more energy when you're exercising, so your breathing will start to speed up. Now if you are not used to regular running or you are just starting this running routine, you may start to feel a lack of oxygen during this process as your body works to deliver the right amount of energy around your body. And that's why you start to feel pretty out of breath the rest of your run. Now as you go beyond the initial few minutes, your body gets accustomed to the process of energy conversion. For many people, this is when you settle into a stride with your body feeling strong. However, if you're new to running, your body may need more oxygen than you can easily provide, creating a substance called lactate, which it can convert to energy without using oxygen. If you haven't heard that name before, let us remind you lactate is also commonly known as lactic acid. Rings any bell? Well, this is why you might start to experience that burning sensation in your muscles. You might also experience cramps, nausea and feeling of weakness. This is because the lactic acid begins to build up in your bloodstream faster than you're able to burn it off. It's your body trying to tell you to stop. How to lower this feeling? Well, the best way is to pace yourself. You should start slow and gradually build up the speed and distance in order to boost your lactate threshold and boost your endurance. Just don't push yourself too hard straight away, your body will get there with practice. This is what we always recommend when it comes to any form of exercise. The end of your run. That's when you are in the process of slowing down, reducing your pain going from running to walking. This helps your muscles to cool down and thereby reduce the risk of injury. And as you do that, your breathing will gently return to normal and your face flush will start to ease. No doubt you will be getting those mood-boosting dopamine hormones, which, along with the endorphin and serotonin chemical messages given off as you run, will lead to what's commonly known as runner's high, a feeling of euphoria and reduced anxiety. This is why we say cool down is essential. We shall talk about the importance of cool down towards the end of this video. So, stay with us. You will burn a lot of calories. Now we are sure, this one will get your attention. Running requires loads of calories. For instance, a runner who weighs 70 kilograms, will burn about 20 calories per minute at a moderate running speed. So, in this way, he will be able to burn 366 calories in 30 minutes. And we are talking about running on a plane. However, if you run uphill or against the wind and if you speed up, you will burn more calories. Furthermore, A study conducted by University of Copenhagen in 2012 demonstrated that 30 minutes of daily training resulted in the same amount of weight and body mass loss as training for 60 minutes daily. The study also revealed that the men who exercised 30 minutes a day lost 3.6 kilograms in 3 months, while those who exercised for an entire hour only lost 2.7 kilograms. So, that is why we have all our focus on 30 minutes running per day. Running will give you strong knees. If you have been thinking that running will cause that knee to hurt, we have the opposite here. Running is actually good for your knees. Scientists have therefore found that runners are less likely to suffer from knee pain than non-runners. Now, how is this possible? Well, running helps people maintain a normal body mass index, and at the same time it helps strengthen leg muscles and bones. So, every time you hit the ground with your feet while running, your muscles, tendons and ligaments are put under stress. As a result, they adapt to the change and become stronger. No doubt, activities like running, walking and swimming strengthens the bones and the muscles. Healthy heart. Running is good for your cardiovascular health. That's what aerobic exercises are known for. And quite interestingly, to boost your heart health, you don't even need to run for long. 10 minutes of slow jogging is enough to reduce the risk of developing cardiovascular disease. But, you need to make sure that you run every day. A study published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found that running, even from as little as 5 to 10 minutes per day, at slow speeds, such as 6 miles per hour, is associated with markedly reduced risks of death from all causes and cardiovascular disease. In addition, running is said to be a drug-free solution to lowering your levels of blood pressure. This is seen from the study published in the journal Hypertension that reveals that 30 minutes of moderate exercise during the day can help to reduce blood pressure in older overweight adults. Brain efficiency. Forget about those IQ puzzles, when you have got running to your rescue. Running gets your brain working more efficiently. Now take a minute and recall how many times do you forget where you put your car keys? Well, we are sure this happens regularly. How about you put your sneakers on and go for a run? Aerobic exercises, which increase your heart rate and makes you sweat, has been proven by scientists to improve brain function. In a recent study, it was revealed that a short session of running increases blood flow to the prefrontal cortex, which benefits everything from focus, memory, planning, organization, and even impulse decision-making. Your immunity will be strengthened and you will get sick less. In the midst of trying those herbal teas to build and boost your immunity, how about giving running a try? Aerobic exercises when performed 30 minutes a day, reduces the risk of dying from cancer. Beautiful legs. Run and see how your legs transform and get toned. Did you know that the largest muscles of the body are concentrated in the lower part of it, and running loads them all? Running will strengthen and tone your hips and calves. And guess what? It is not only the legs that are involved in running. Instead, you would be delighted to learn that since the abdominal and back muscles are involved in stabilizing the body, you will actually be able to pump your whole body if you run regularly. Running improves bone health. Research suggests that impact exercises like running can actually help with bone formation and bone density and thus, reduce the risk of osteoporosis. In a study published in the Journal of Exercise Rehabilitation, long-distance runners were studied to establish change in bone properties. This was done using ultrasound and biochemical markers, in order to determine bone strength and bone formation markers. The participants included both males and females aged 30 to 49 years who ran an average of 48.6 kilometers per week, with an average frequency of 4.4 times per week. After being assessed, it was revealed that there was no decrement in bone strength when running long distances. In contrast, a significant improvement in blood serum markers of osteocalcin, which is a marker of bone formation, was seen for both males and females across all age groups. This thus reveals that bone formation may be improved with distance running, by stimulating osteoclasts. The study thus supports the idea that bone density is reliant on the forces acting on the bone, in this case, the impact to the legs from running. And mind you, those over 50, worried about osteoporosis, don't even think about switching to a non-resistance training modality. A research published in the Journal of Osteoporosis International found that older runners had higher bone mineral density than swimmers of the same age. So, a moderate activity like running for 30 minutes a day is actually good to maintain the skeletal integrity with age. While we have been listing the benefits of running, you must be wondering as to How to run every day safely. Let's take a look at some running safety measures. In order to avoid injuries, you must abide by some simple, basic rules. Buy running sneakers. Regular shoes are not designed for running and they won't protect you from injury. For this reason, we recommend you to buy the correct shoe as soon as you start running every day. Don't go along with your old, poorly fitted shoes that may cause injury. Remember, your running shoe should bend easily, feel comfortable and have a wedge of shock-absorbing material in the heel. Increase the load gradually. Add something else like swimming or cycling to your workouts. You need to different exercises that target various muscle groups. Also, it is quite essential to warm up before your workout and cool down once you are done with it. Now, as mentioned earlier, let's draw more light on benefits of cooling down. Cooling down lowers the likelihood of dizziness. During any strenuous exercise, more red blood cells move from the brain to the muscles. When you cool down, you basically allow the redistribution of the blood back to the brain. This is what will make you less dizzy. Also, cooling down will prevent the risk of injury. We all know how a strenuous workout tends to be a stressful process. During running, your muscle fibers, tendons and ligaments loosen up, allowing more waste to build up within the body. As you cool down, you assist your body in its repair and recovery process. You will sleep better. Who doesn't want to sleep like a baby? Running promises deep sleep. In a small experiment, scientists found that those who regularly ran at a moderate pace for at least 5 times a week for 30 minutes began to sleep better, which in itself is beneficial, and also noticed an improvement in their mental state. There are several studies that provide a positive link between better rest and your daily run. This can be seen by a study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine that found that about 75 minutes of running every week actually reduces the consequences bad sleep has on your mortality. Now, if you are wondering about the link between a run and sleep, researchers tell us that it is because of the underlying fact that moderate aerobic exercise increases the amount of slow wave, or deep sleep, that people experience. Which is better, running on the street or on a treadmill? Let's take a look at this issue. Most runners live in metropolitan areas. And to be honest, it would rather be great if in all major cities the weather was pleasant, let's say like Miami, but this is not the case. And quite often, weather conditions are set against the training plan. This is where gyms come to the rescue, especially with their closed environments. So, where is it best to run? Psychologically, it is better to run on the street as you will feel the movement. But in such a case, there are other factors that need to be looked at. For instance, if you live in a place with polluted air by cars or factories, then when you run on the street, harmful metals will accumulate in your body, which will negatively affect your health. So, for this reason, you will rather be better off running on a treadmill in a gym with filtered air. On the contrary, if you have a park nearby, it would be better to run outside and benefit the body with oxygen. When running on the street, it is psychologically easier to fulfill the training volume and easier to vary the speed regimes. In favorable conditions, outdoor running is more preferable. And guess what? Fresh air and nature really boosts mental health. Also, the runner's high is not an endorphins release, as previously thought, but the body releasing anandamide, an endocannabinoid produced in the body, which makes us feel great. Having said that, what do you prefer more? Let us know in the comments. We would also be interested in knowing where do you run. We hope you liked today's video. Hit the bell icon and subscribe to our channel to know more about your health. Happy running!